Hi, this is Monica. Welcome back to my channel, Suds and Bees. In today's video, we will be making a detoxifying salt cake. The salt cakes are a bit different than a bath bomb. The salt cake is majority Epsom salt with a tiny bit of baking soda just to help it hold together. It does not have citric acid like bath bombs do, so this is not something that's going to fizz in your bath. I really love these salt cakes. I have made them several times and I decided to film it. So this salt cake contains Epsom salt, and I've added matcha green tea powder. I have this one from Trader Joe's. It comes in single packets, and each packet is about a tablespoon. If you don't have the single packets, just add a tablespoon. So I have made a total of 5 salt cakes and a little tiny one that was left over. And so for the 5 salt cakes, I've used 2 packages, which equals to 2 tablespoons. To my formula, I have added a tablespoon of dendritic salt. This salt is going to help maintain the essential oils that I have added to the salt cakes. I personally go through these very quickly because I like them. But if you're going to gift them, make sure you add dendritic salt because you don't know how long folks will have it on their shelves. So the essential oils I have used for this is I've used a very small percentage of peppermint. I've only used about 5 drops. And this helps with the circulation, and you can really feel it when you're in the bath. And I have also added, let me take this off. I have also added eucalyptus essential oil. Eucalyptus essential oil is really good for irritated skin. It protects against infection and is good for sore muscles. I have also added some bio glitter to the top, and that's just for aesthetics. I made this about 24 hours ago, and see, you can see how hard they are. So I really love these salt cakes. They're very detoxifying. I do recommend that you use them if you're going to, right before a nap or before bed. They do make you a little tired because detoxification from the green tea and the eucalyptus is pretty strong. So I recommend don't use these if you plan on, doing chores or going out. And the way you use these is you put them under the faucet in your bath and crumble them up and then mix them up in the water. I have a short video I can show you how to use them. So come on, let's go make them. 3 cups of Epsom salt. Make sure you break it up. You don't want any lumps in there, so it's easy to mold. 3 tablespoons of baking soda. Go ahead and mix that in. 2 packets of this. So each packet is about 1 teaspoon. So if you don't have the packets, just grab 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of matcha powder. Gives it a nice pretty green. Okay, and before I continue with this guy, I have 1 tablespoon of dendritic salt. I'm adding this so the essential oils can last longer. So here I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of eucalyptus essential oil. And I just use the pipette because it's just a lot easier for me to control. Sometimes I spill the contents of the bottle. If you don't like eucalyptus, you can use another essential oil that, does the same thing, but I personally love eucalyptus. Now this is my Peppermint Essential Oil. I love this one because it brings this little dropper. It's by Plant Therapy. So here I'm going to add 5 drops. Okay, and before I put that into my main container, I'm going to add some distilled water to wet it a little bit. And the water, I play by ear. We'll start off with like 1 tablespoon at a time. And the reason I'm doing the water first before I add this one is because I like to mix everything with my hands. And the essential oil sometimes will rip my gloves, defeating the whole purpose, right? So. I can really smell the matcha powder. I'm not a big fan of green tea, but you don't really smell it that much when you're in the tub. But if you're a fan of green tea, put a little bit more. And as you can see, we're not really adding a lot of water. We just want to be able to mold it and just let it dry. Okay, so now I'm going to add this guy. Let's mix them in there. Here I have a 100-gram mooncake mold. Let me show you how I pack it first. I'm going to put it in here. You want to make sure that you press it because you want to pack it really well. Okay, go ahead and move this. And then I squeeze. And then I carefully unmold it. Now you just want to let it sit there. Don't touch it so it'll dry. And then I have another one. And squeeze. And then when you're lifting up, just lift up, okay? So you don't break part of it. Like, you know what's happening there. Right down. See how that turned out there? Kind of broken. I just redo it over. So I have this guy that I use in case one doesn't turn out to my liking. So put that back in there. Press. And put it down so slightly. And squeeze. Then I'm going to lift up. That one still broke a little bit. Now usually I use a brush to do that, but I just thought about, I don't want to put peppermint on my brush. Make sure you're comfortable. And squeeze. And see, it comes out, I don't know if you can see the difference. It comes out a lot better after you clean your mold. I'm gonna redo this one again because I don't like it. But when that starts happening, just brush your mold. Okay, now that they're all done, I redid this one. I had to take off my gloves because I could feel the essential oil going through my gloves. I'm going to be spraying them with some Glitter. You want to do this while they're still wet, and then just let them sit there and dry. You don't have to do this part, I just think it looks really pretty. Especially if you're going to gift them or for yourself. I love glitter, so. Glitter was the best invention ever. So nice detoxifying salt cakes. Okay, so before we go, let me go ahead and show you how to use these salt cakes in the bath. So because the salt cakes don't have any citric acid, they're not going to fizz. So how you want to break them down is put them underneath the faucet and just crumble them with your hands like so until they all go into the bath. Now if you notice, they all stayed in one place, so you want to agitate the water a little bit just to help it out. Now here I just wanted to show you what the bath looks like afterwards. The green tea does not stain the bathtub. It's actually pretty clean. There you go. And there we have it. We just made detoxifying salt cakes. Thank you for watching. See you next time.